All right, let's do a little tour of my high school's theater space. This is the foyer, the front door, and ultimately where intermission takes place, and we decorate. We actually secretly decorate. It's normally fairly plain when the show starts, and then in secret in the theater behind me here. While everybody's in there, there's a small crew that decks out the lobby area to go along with the show for intermission. But without further ado, here is the theater itself. We use these doors here, and we are kind of hashtag blessed with a very nice high school auditorium with a real pitched floor, and we just had the school itself had an enormous capital project this past couple of years, so these lights and stuff are all new, and they show this space a lot of love, which I'm very heartened by. What else do you want to call that? We have a 40 by, I want to say 15 feet to the trim. The opening itself is higher, but 40 something. I think it's a little more than 40. And we'll look at the fresh stage. But pit orchestra is here, and we have a temporary construction. I think it's styrofoam and duvetine to create a pit when we're ready for the show, which is still a month or more from now. And we have a stage thrust that's actually in multiple pieces downstairs that we can come off and down a couple of tiers and right around in front of the pit, and then up a couple levels again and back up there. And we've got cool stuff in the thrust like manhole covers and secret doors and stuff, which are fun to use. We have entrances and emergency exits here that wrap up into the wings, and then both sides of the stage have we normally don't play or have action from the show. Sometimes a little bit up these, but mostly these stairs can be part of the show. And here's our new surface out here, and our new surface behind. We're also very fortunate to have a trapdoor in the middle with our set shop downstairs, which I'll show you. But we've done some cool things, like we did How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, and there's a musical number with two people waiting for the elevator, and I built an elevator box with elevator doors and brought it in over the trap door, and so they could sing and push the button, and when the elevator doors opened, the car was full of people, so they'd wait and the doors would close and they'd sing some more, and then the doors would open again and there'd be nobody, but they were too far away and they'd barely catch it, and then they'd sing some more and the doors would open, but it'd be full of people again. And it was, for all intents and purposes to the audience, a standalone elevator box, but we were bringing people in and out with the trapdoor. We've done some fun things like that. We have a nice amount of wing space on both sides. Our ropes are all new. I believe our grid, I can't get that to expose, but our grid's new. Most of our lighting and everything, we're very fortunate. We have a really talented AV guy who's always on top of spending budget for the musical. But these are all LED lights for almost entirely. And then we've got a lot of stuff up in the soffitting up there and sides, down the sides. And we've got some standalone, we've got four, God, you can't see anything over here. Maybe I'll open this door. But we've got, nope, can't see them, but there's four poles here that can be, they're all steel, but they can be manipulated around and just off either side to create lighting effects that come in on the stage from either way, and a traveling curtain which we can hang anywhere, but we usually bring it in here and run it from over there. We've got a ton of flexibility here. Our cyc, I believe, is up there, big white cyc in the back. And what is also really cool here on this side, we have a piano box where we keep I think it's a full-size grand piano, but you can come right out into the hallway here to a certain extent, as long as our set pieces aren't any taller than, actually that smoke detector has bitten us sticking down before, but anything that height, this goes right out, and we can actually go right down the hall with a lot of small stuff for the show, and over here for our props table. But this hallway in the music department wraps all the way around, and you can jump in and out of the backstage right here through a man door. We've got this big door that goes right on up back here, and the band and orchestra rooms are here, which we use for girls and boys during the show. Green rooms, another man door, and then right on round There's a door to the outside here, mirror image over there, and then right around again all the way out to the odd. So there's all kinds of, we close the doors at the front, both sides, and this is all dark and backstage when we use it. You can go down to the basement over there, which will come up that way, but I'll give you a little tour of the set shop. I work up here on the stage, where my tools and stuff are over in the corner until we're getting really close to the show. Then we pack up this, I wonder if I can brighten that up at all. Nope. Anyway, oh, the flash, there it is. We pack up this table and stuff when it's showtime, or for like tech rehearsal and stuff like that, and get things out of here. But we can open this up, and then we have the set shop down here, which is a lot of storage. We've got various lumber stored and organized around in there, signage, other set pieces, some workbenches, and other things that we've picked up, you know, lying around. There's a lot of good cabinets here that are, you know, pseudo organized. Again, can't see anything here, come on. But you know, we've got some cool stuff. Very fortunate. And we keep things around. Here's some bottles that were used for old microphones and stuff like that. Here's a lot of my lumber. Another one of the cool things is that this is a walk-up level outside with its own overhead door. So our lumber comes in there. We've got a panel saw here if I need to get anything cut down prior to that. This is more of my lumber. But we've got pre-hung doors, big tubes, other, again, you can't see, but a lot of, you know, round stuff organized there. We're doing Addams Family this year, and I actually came across these really cool gargoyle kind of lions. They need some help. That one's face is missing. I'm going to copy this one and put the copy over there. But and we got some stairs and flats and stuff stored over here, various trim. But then we're fortunate to have, let's see if the lights will work. Nope, no lights. We'll just turn the flash on again. But we've got a really neat makeup room where everybody can sit and get ready. This is a buzz with activity. Some more storage when there's rehearsals and the show's going. But and then we can come back down here and down toward costumes, which I don't think I can get into. But we have really nice sort of costume storage. It could be larger, but we do what we can. Oh, the door's open. Check that out. Lights. Yeah, pretty legit overall. Pretty fortunate to have a little bit of a changing area. It's an ongoing battle, but we have some awesome faculty that that enjoy this. I'm a part of that team, and we try to put in the extra time to make our lives easier. This is the door that comes back up near the foyer here, and we're down there. So again, hashtag blessed. This is where I went to school, and I work with a lot of faculty members that, well, it's 50-50. People that were here when I was here and some new people that are closer to my age, but it's a lot of fun, and we pull something crazy off every year. We have a small scale model of this space and the stage, so in another video in this series, I'll show you the small model I made, and we'll look at the construction drawings, and at that time I might have some stuff getting put together. But we've got some other things we borrowed from another school. They had their art students do these fun classic like classic cartoon style Addams Family portraits, which I think we're going to use in the lobby. A couple small things here that I'm not super impressed with, although they're a great starting point. It's always helpful to borrow somebody else's props and supplement them if necessary. Then you can always send them back where they came from nicer than you got them. It's kind of a cool economy of sharing and improving creatively. But again, I've been around to a few schools locally, and I just don't see this kind of space and commitment to something that I think is really important. I see all types of kids from all walks of life come together to work on the show in some capacity, and I think that's super super cool to see this day and age. I get art students if I can, technology students if I can, obviously musical kids, and kids that work running the spotlights in the light booth and coordinate light effects back there, and obviously a bunch of students in the pit, although she does hold down the pit with adult musicians on like the drum kit and the bass guitar, usually just to keep everybody together. But we put on a great show, and I'm always really proud of it. But stay tuned, and I will walk you through the process of set design and construction. Thanks for watching. We'll see you.